Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Venus flytraps. And I have amassed a nice sized collection of them over the years. But anyways, today I was in the store and I saw this. And it is one of those Venus flytrap death cubes, as the carnivorous plant community likes to call them. And I completely agree. So today we are going to talk about everything wrong with these Venus flytrap death cubes. So I didn't need to buy a Venus flytrap, but I had to save at least one from the shelf, and you know, it's not cheap. It's definitely heavily marketed and kind of a silly looking package, but so yeah, warning, this plant eats bugs. Oh boy. Now, to start with right away, I picked it up and it's bone dry. This sphagnum moss that's in there is like, this plant is not even going to live on the shelf. So if you do get it home and it is surviving, then, you know, if you don't know anything about Venus flytraps, please watch this video. If you've just bought one of these Venus flytrap death cubes, please watch this video, and hopefully we can keep your Venus flytrap alive too, because there's so much wrong with this death cube thing. So warning, this plant eats bugs. How to care for me. So I guess that's over here. I grow best in sphagnum moss or peat moss, as these hold lots of water. And that is very true. I grow mine in peat moss, but it's not just peat moss. I've never heard of anybody using just peat moss for them, but I have heard, you know, I use peat moss and perlite, or there's peat moss and sand. Sphagnum moss I've tried, and there's actually even a couple growing in sphagnum moss here. And you know, it doesn't do too bad. I actually like the results. It's not bad at all. So you could just grow it in the sphagnum moss, I guess, because they hold lots of water. I like my home humid and moist. Never let me dry out. Well, you never let me dry out, and moist is definitely good for sure. I live in British Columbia, and we have really, really dry summers here and really, really humid, wet winters. Humidity in the summer here is like 20%, and these guys grow outside just fine in 20% humidity. So maybe they appreciate more humidity, but they definitely don't need more humidity. Never let them dry out. So there's a solid piece of advice. I like lots of light, but not full sun. So there's wrong again. We want these guys to have at least, if you can do 8 hours of full sun on these guys, you should do 8 hours of full sun anyways on these guys. They like lots of full sun. I also need to stay warm, so bring me inside if it gets colder than 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know if that's colder than 60 degrees at night or colder than 60 degrees in the daytime. I don't know what that means. But these guys, they do like it cold. They go through a dormancy. These are not a tropical plant, and they do need seasons. So I leave my Venus flytraps out all year long because they like it cold certain times of the year. So I think if you were to leave this guy above 60 degrees at nighttime, I don't know if that's referring to if it gets colder than 60 degrees, so that would be at nighttime or daytime, right? Just period colder. Bring it inside. So that means it's going to be living in the house for most of the time. 60 is like 15 Celsius-ish. We only have nighttime lows of 15 plus Celsius like in the summertime, so this thing would be inside for most of the year, and then in the summertime it's telling you not to put it out in sunshine. So anyways, leave your Venus flytraps outside so they can go dormant. If any of my traps turn brown, cut them off and I will regrow new ones. Well, hopefully. Little pot of horrors. Venus flytrap, grown in tissue culture, not taken from the wild, so that's good. It's nice to be able to eat bugs when you want, because I can do this. You don't have to worry about giving me plant food or spraying me with bug spray. I don't know what bug spray is. Oh, bug spray, like, you know what, these things get, like, you don't got to spray for aphids maybe, because these guys do get aphids really easily. So, I don't even know what that means. Bug spray. But it is correct, don't spray them with fertilizer. I catch bugs by luring them into my open jaws. Yes, in a sort of way you do with, but this won't go into that. Just open my cover every now and then and let me do my stuff. So yeah, please, if you're if you just bought this death cube, what I get from this is, if don't put it in any sun or any full sun, leave it in this cube. Keep it moist. Oh, it's a death cube. It's a death sentence in here. Anyways, please, if you get these, do some research and learn how to take care of Venus flytraps properly. I just hate these. So I am going to do another video or so of picking this guy apart because I don't like them at all. So eventually we'll get this guy repotted. But for now, I hope you like everything wrong with a Venus flytrap death cube. And hopefully if you purchase one of these, you're going to get it out of that death cube and into some full sun fairly quickly. Don't throw it out in the full sun right away, because this thing's never seen sunlight in its life. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.